Okay, this was funny. Okay, hopefully people come back. I don't know. I thought it was a troll actually. I didn't believe it. I had actually the stream was actually down. I got traumatized by trolls. I thought it was a joke. Like people were telling the stream was down. I was like, yeah, probably the trolls are back and just trying me to stop the gaming. But like it was actually down. I don't know what happened. It looked okay on OBS for me actually. This is very funny, but now my chat's not working for some reason. Let me try to refresh it. Okay. Hey. Okay, so we're good. Maybe it's my internet or maybe it's my computer. I don't know. Welcome back everybody to the stream. I'm thinking like, okay, we had a troll incident. I'm not sure if you saw it. Okay. Maybe I can go to... What can I do about this stream? Do you think it's me or is it YouTube? Because I think my PC is running well. I can maybe try to close a few tabs. I will keep just Telegram open so we can have a direct communications channel. Is there anything else I can close here, maybe? Oh, you're... Okay, is it better now with the VPN out, or should I just decrease bit rates? Oh, I had a... Open settings. Let me see, stream output. It was the VPN, I'm sure. Oh, okay. Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys. Damasceno, you're being an amazing moderator. I feel like we're in a forum in 2004. It was the VPN. Come on. I'm an amateur. I'm sorry. Okay, so we were talking about starters. We were talking about Sino. What else are we gonna talk about now? And I mean, I kind of like it with a little bit less viewers. 13, we had like 50 before, but like I'm afraid that most of those were probably trolls. So I like it better to have less people, but also people that are interested in discussing the channel and discussing Pokemon stuff. And yes, I have some nice ideas for future videos, and they are not that political. There is one that I think it's very interesting. It is more in the... I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna. But I think it is more in the vein of... It's a very storytelling driven video. So it is gonna be a very difficult script to write. But I'm very excited about that. And also I want to do a very... I'm doing fine. I'm doing good. Personally, there's a lot going on. But I am so happy with how good this channel is turning out. As I was saying in the beginning of the stream, I was doing some streams with like 1 or 2 people back when I was doing recording for my first Nuzlocke, and it was just me and Itzy talking about Pokemon for an hour or so, and it is crazy that my channel grew literally more than 10 times in the past month. So now I can actually have this and talk to people. So, my channel is actually pronounced Cecilily. So, So it's my name, Cecilia, but I wanted to make it cute, so it's kind of like Cecily, but it could be Cecily, like lily, like the flower. I think that's cute too, but I think Cecily. Cecily has a weird ring to it, but it's a funny ring, like Lily, like Cecily. Yeah, I think it's neat. We are back. We are so back. And okay, though, chat. I want to ask you guys for theories. Actually, let me put chat back on screen. Chat is back on the screen. I want to ask you guys for opinions. How do you think the trolls find us? Do you think it was like targeted, like let's get that trans YouTuber a run for his money? Or wait, what? Okay, now it's good. I got a frame drop detected 2 minutes ago, but I think it's fine. Right? No, like, this is actually an outfit from the game. I think it's a bit of a... I chose this outfit a while ago. I haven't touched the BDSP in such a long time. I think there are nicer outfits, but I like how preppy this one is as well. Yeah, of course, Clara. That's actually a very nice thing. I'm gonna write it down. My channel name is a little bit silly. It's a silly. Actually, that's nice. I like how that rings. But yes, my trainer has a little beret and a pink shirt just like me. Yeah, I think it's good too. I need to... Like, I don't usually have problems with my internet. Like, it's usually very stable and I have a good computer. Like, not an amazing machine, but it has a decent amount of RAM and I think it can take it. But... And since the game is running on the Switch, like, the computer only has to work with video. Oh, we definitely have contact with Jean and Jasmine for sure. Silly's good. Yes, like... Because I didn't get a lot of hate comments in that video specific. I had like a couple of them, but not a lot. But... I'm wondering if they just randomly saw and posted on a forum and a bunch of people came. My question is, did they know me or didn't they know me and they just targeted me randomly? That's what I'm thinking about. Maybe I'll ask on Twitter later to see if anybody's more experienced with it. So, do I prefer 2D or 3D Pokemon? I think all of them have their specificities. And there is a lot of charm to both of them. Like, I think there's no turning back from open world Pokemon. Like, overworld encounters changed this game completely, and going back to random encounters, I only see that happening if we're gonna have like a nostalgic kind of game, which I would also find super cool. Like, a Gen 2 style D-make game, like, but huge. I think that would be a beautiful idea, actually. But I don't think we're coming back to random encounters, if not for nostalgia's sake. That being said, I think the artwork, the pixel artwork in Pokemon is so beautiful. And I don't want to be another person saying, let's have a Pokemon Octopath Traveler, but I think that something in that vein, but with a Pokemon personality to it, would also be very beautiful. But I'm gonna get murdered by it, but I don't really like the 2D mixed with 3D concept of black and white that much. I think that if it's 2D with a little bit of 3D, gets a little bit awkward. Like, a lot of... There are beautiful animations in black and white, but I think everything is a little bit trying to be three-dimensional without really being it. So I think the peak of artwork in Pokemon was actually Gen 4. Gen 5 was a bit awkward to me, and then we went 3D, and honestly, nothing did it better than Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Oh, Claire. Yeah, because for me, I would pronounce it Claire if it was C-L-A-I-R-E. Clara is Clara, right? Just Clara. Gen 4 graphic style is my peak too. Yeah, I think you're probably right, Damascena. I'm just wondering if the person who saw, did the person know me? Was it because I muted a quite of transphobes, so maybe they are sending messages on my videos, but I just don't know. Yes. And I haven't played Gen 5 in so much. Honestly, Black and White 2 are the only Pokemon games that I never played. And that is very... And I like how unique that is, because everybody loves those games, and I can do... It is a content opportunity for me saying, hey, I never played Black and White 2, let's do it for the first time. So I'll probably do that in the future. I don't play Showdown that much. Like, there are phases in my life that I'm like, okay, let's go to Pokemon Showdown. But at this point, I'm playing competitive only every now and then. I think a few regulations ago, I got to Master Rank. I had a very nice snow team with Articuno and Ninetales. But I only go to Showdown these days to kind of plan teams and try stuff out. I don't do ladder on Showdown. So, about the art style of Legends Arceus, I like the idea of it. I like the watercolor vibe. I like the art direction they went with. But I think we are looking with nostalgic eyes to it already, because that game does not look that good. Like, that island in the beach area, like the water in that game, that looks very, very ugly. Like, I like what they went for. I just wish they gave that game another... what? 6 months in the oven or so? Oh, that's nice. I've never been to Scotland, actually. I've been to the UK a couple of times, but I would love to visit a little bit more north, because I usually just go to London and stuff. I never played Pokemon Conquest, actually. So, yeah, that's the problem with the Gen 1 and 2 games. At this point, if you don't do it for the nostalgia factor, it is very hard to play. Like, I love Pokemon Silver. I love to play it on my Analog Pocket, but like, I wouldn't recommend it never to a new player. Like, I think that nobody should, if you never play Gen 2, nobody should play Gold and Silver if they can play Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Yeah, PLA's... It is insane how quickly we got nostalgic for that game, to be honest. Okay. Yes, like, there is that screenshot of the island that is, like, that haunts my nightmares, like... And I am very optimistic for Legends EA, because they are giving it more time in the oven, and it's probably gonna be a Switch 2 game. So... I mean, it is Game Freak, so I don't have my hopes that up, but there is a small chance that that game can look gorgeous, and I'm here for it. So, Crystal Legacy. I think I've played Crystal Clear, which is the one that you can... Is Crystal Clear the one you can play in? It's like the open world, you can play in any order. I think it is. Yes, definitely every Pokemon Switch game went for a different thing. I think that, honestly, if Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee had like a normal gameplay to it, I think they would be amazing, perfect, flawless games. To be honest, they are so gorgeous, they are so beautiful, and I know that it's a smaller game, I know that it's not as open world as the rest, I know that they have a much smaller Pokédex so they can focus on smaller things, but it looks so good, I want it. Yes, and I am actually hoping that we get a game fully in Lumiose and like very... I think that Legends EA is gonna be very different from Legends Arceus in a lot of ways. I have nobody knows what it's gonna be like. I've been reading leaks and they're all like, they all sound a little bit like they don't know what they're talking about. But I am very excited for this game. I think it's gonna be something completely different, and I'm all here for it. Yes, I was very young also when Silver came out. I think I got the cartridge for Silver, I was 7 or 8. But it was the first Pokemon game that I managed to finish by myself, because I had Yellow before, and I don't think I ever finished Gen 1 as a child. Because I didn't speak English, so I would always get stuck on like Vermilion and not know how to get cut, or like I never knew how to get Flash to go through Rock Tunnel. I don't think I ever fought Erika as a child. Like Lieutenant Surge was the maximum I would go and then start a new game. Yeah, like I had my old DS. So here's my Pokemon retrospective. As a toddler, I had Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Stadium, so I would play the hell out of those. Silver was actually the first one that I finished, and I never had a Game Boy Advance, so Gen 3 I played only on emulators. And I would play like with cheat codes and Game Shark because I was 10, so I never played it properly as a child. And then I got a DS, so I got Pearl, and I played that game very seriously. I still have that save file, which is very fun. Gen 5, I was getting out of Pokemon a little bit. Like, I was, what, 16, 15, and I was getting a little bit bullied for still liking Pokemon, so I never bought Black and White, but I played it on an Air 4 cartridge. I pirated Black and White. And then from Gen 6 onwards, I got back into Pokemon, and I have the physical copy up until Sun. I never played Ultra Moon or Ultra Sun, and the rest I only have like digitally on my Switch. Yes, I'm not sure if a city builder, like I wouldn't want Legend ZA to be like a roller coaster tycoon, but I think that Legend ZA should have a focus on side quests. I think that it should be a city with a lot of people in it, and like you are just helping them, and as you go helping them, the city goes developing. I think that would be my perfect pitch for Legend ZA. Yeah, the thing with sharing Game Boys is hard because you cannot have different save files, so I also had a younger brother, and like he wasn't into Pokemon as much as I was, although I still have his save file of Pokemon Ruby saved in my Pokemon bank. But it is hard because I wouldn't share it with my brother also, like I don't want him saving his progress over mine. Yeah, exactly. Like when I was a kid with Gen 2 mostly, I didn't know how to search for like walkthroughs, complete walkthroughs of the game yet. With Gen 2 I already knew, with Gen 1 I did not. So Gen 2 I definitely used walkthroughs online. I remember being stuck for days in the rural islands, like I had no idea how to get through. But yeah, after that I think I could just play normally. Let me go through the chat very quickly. Hey John, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I don't even like... And it's so funny how casually Nintendo just announced the Switch 2. It was just a tweet like, oh yeah, the Switch 2 is a thing, we're gonna announce it later. I think that maybe we're just gonna get information on Legends completely randomly. Oh no, I'm sorry for your Mario Sunshine data. Detonados brings up a lot of memories, yes. Honestly, I was watching a video about Legend ZA earlier, and the person in the video was just calling it Legend ZA, and I never thought about how to pronounce it. And I found it so weird to be called Legend ZA. Like, every time the person would say Legend ZA in the video, I would like shiver a little bit, like, no, that sounds wrong. Yeah, the Switch 2 was just casually announced by Nintendo. They tweeted like, oh yeah, we are working on the Switch 2, by the way. More information coming, I don't know when. So there's no trailers, there is no like press release. It was just a tweet. Like casually in the middle of a tweet. Oh yeah, the Switch 2 is gonna come out at some point. Legend Zaza, exactly, precisely. What is Paradox Legends? And the new console is Switch U, with another touchscreen added to the Switch. I also never had the Wii U, to be honest. I had every Nintendo console since the 64 except for the U. No, I didn't have the GameCube either. Oh yeah, no, I think... So, are we talking about the Portuguese anime dub for Pokemon? Wii U 2, yes. Wii U 2 Electric Boogaloo. But no, the Portuguese dub of Pokemon is very funny because most of the Pokemon are not translated. They're like slightly translated. So instead of Bulbasaur, you would have Bulbasauro, which is like just a small adaptation. So it sounds more natural in Portuguese, but all the Pokemons have the same name. But coming to Europe, it's crazy because if I want to talk about Pokemon with people, I have no idea how to describe the Pokemon because, like, in Germany, they will call it Charizard, Lizardon. And some of those names are very good, but it is so hard to hold a conversation because I never know which Pokemon they are talking about and they never know which Pokemon I'm talking about. Like, I find the French names beautiful, but I cannot communicate. Oh, I really want to play Baldur's Gate 3, and but I didn't want to play it by myself. Like, I really wanted to play in a party, so that's the main reason why I did not buy it. I was waiting for my friends to get it to play with me, but they all just finished the game without me, so... Oh, but then... Okay, so but then in Quebec, I think Heart Gold already was kind of an international version, so you could choose the language, or you could choose to play in English, or was it just French? Pokemon games are not translated into Portuguese, and there was actually a very big campaign with the announcement of Scarlet and Violet, I guess. A lot of influencers went out asking Game Freak to release it in Brazilian Portuguese, or even in Portugal Portuguese. But actually Scarlet and Violet, I think, are the only ones that are translated to Spanish, because before that, or maybe Latin American Spanish, I don't know. But before those games, you also did not have a Latin American Spanish translation for Pokemon. That's funny that they would... Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but it's funny they would sell the French version instead of the North American version in Quebec. Because, like... Because the DSs are region-locked, right? Kleinstein is so nice. I really like Relaxo, which is Snorlax in German. I think the German names of Pokemon are kind of amazing. Okay, that's funny. Okay, the sun is in my face. I'm gonna go close that very quickly, and I'll be back in a second. It was super cold this morning, but now the sun is out, so I'm feeling very warm. Oh, Filinata is nice, and it's also very, very queer, I would say. The DS is not region locked? Because I think I remember buying some game in Europe that would not run on my DS. I think it probably was Auras or something. Are you sure it's not region locked? Like, I don't think they would change the name of the Pokemon in Portuguese too. I would find it cute if they made the anime dub thing to it, so I would love if Bulbasaur would be called Bulbasauro in the Portuguese version. But, like, no, I don't expect them to do that anytime soon, to be honest. Yes, so, exactly. So, with Scarlet and Violet, they started doing Latin American Spanish. But Laura, do you play in German then, or not? The 3DS is region locked, okay. I got confused. that is a funny choice, because then the kids would watch the anime in French and then play the game and not know what is what. So, I have been hunting. We had a first stream that was kind of rated, so I'm counting about 60 encounters for that. We have been here for 25 minutes, so another 15 encounters here. We had only, and I did a little bit of hunting, so I would say we are at about 200 encounters. Okay, now, since we're getting a lot of questions, is anybody better than me at streaming that knows how I can put an automatic encounter counter on the screen here? Hey Sunny, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. I am the biggest YouTuber on the block with 30 viewers. Actually, I'm feeling very popular to have 30 viewers on chat. This is a very new experience for me. Oh, thanks a lot, Curve. I'm happy you enjoyed the video. It was the most difficult script to write so far in my entire channel, because not only I tried to do a lot of research about the exact geography of Japan and look for where Satoshi Tajiri was born and stuff like that, and really double check. I also got some stuff wrong. There is some corrections already in the description, even though I did quite a bit of research. I got some information wrong. Not only I did a lot of research for that, I interviewed a few people for the Pokebroke part of it. So it was journalistic work, actually. It was journalistic work and PhD work from college. Well, so here's the thing. I am racking up tens of thousands of views on Pokemon videos, I guess. I think that the algorithm is fading me to become a PokeTuber, because all of my videos that are not about Pokemon and I'm not complaining, 3,000 views is also very nice. But my Dragon Ball video, my Doctor Who video, they are all on 3,000 or so. So I'm sure, I guess my Pokemon and gender content is more engaging than other stuff and gender content. My Umbreon's name is a reference to Wednesday Addams. So I basically have two EV trained Umbreons that I use, and I usually use them for raids, as support in raids in Scarlet and Violet. I have Wednesday, which is non-shiny, and I have Cosmo, which is in a Moonball, and I love that very much, and that one's shiny. But I'm bringing Wednesday because I don't want the shiny animation to play over and over and get get annoying. Thanks a lot. I'm glad you enjoyed the Dragon Ball video. I really like the sound. Dragon Ball was nice to make because the soundtrack was really easy to use. I usually have a difficult time having a good music for exciting moments and for more serious moments. But the soundtrack for Dragon Ball was actually very easy to use, and I really like how that video sounds. So here's our plan for Shaymin, by the way. I mean, we don't need a huge team. I'm bringing my Ivysaur, my precious Apollo, and we are just gonna, because the catch rate for Shaymin is super high, actually it is a very easy catch. I think it's the same catch rate as Eevee. We just switch to Apollo with False Swipe, and we throw a Pokeball. I want to catch it in a Premier Ball, probably. Oh, thanks, the flag's here. Yes. I have so many comments about this flag. Honestly, it's insane. I will have to mention, on my next video, I will have a whole section dedicated to explaining the flag, where I bought it, who's the artist that made it. I mean, the video's not gonna be about that, but I get a lot of questions about it, so I think I need to address. Oh, and I'm so happy with the new Doctor Who season. The last episode with Rogue and Shooty was amazing. And I'm so sad it's only 8 episodes this season because Shutigatwa is just a busy man. But I'm excited for the finale of the season. I like evolutions. I think that the ones I dislike the most are the Gen 1 evolutions. I liked Vaporeon, but I hate how the internet ruined Vaporeon for me. I really like the Gen 2 evolutions. I like Gen 4 evolutions, and I love Sylveon because how can you not love Sylveon, right? Jinx Monsoon in Doctor Who is great. Like, I was so happy when she was casted because she was my favorite. No, sorry, they, right? I was using she because of the drag queen, but I think they go by they them pronouns. When they were cast, because they were my favorite on that drag race season, so I am always happy to see Jinx Monsoon on screen. The new season of Doctor Who is good, except for Space Babies. Space Babies, like, that's my problem with Russell T Davies. Like, Space Babies is the one episode that's like, okay, so I can't tell my friends to watch this because they are gonna think that it's too weird. But other than Space Babies, everything else is like top tier Doctor Who. And especially the Moffat episode. Moffat is so good at writing stuff for other people. Boom is probably my favorite of the season so far. Meganium is the best starter. I just want to bring Chikorita on camera again. Oh, your mom loves Space Babies. Okay. I mean, I think I was never the target group for talking babies. Like, baby geniuses was never my thing when I was a kid. So, but it's babies on space fighting is not monsters. So, it is 100% Doctor Who for sure. But I think compared to the other episodes this season, it is a little bit, you know. So, which Pokemon give trans vibes? I was actually talking about that on Twitter yesterday. I am very... I was thinking about building a trans or a queer team. So, we definitely have... Oh, if Vaporeon is not ruined for you, don't Google it. Never Google it. Don't look for it. It's horrible. Don't. Preserve your Vaporeon knowledge. Yeah, it's season... I would say it's a mid-episode of season 1, actually. Azurill is definitely a trans Pokemon, so, sorry, let me focus on one subject. Among Us, Sylveon, Azurill. I was going to use Gardevoir too, because of the whole drama regarding, you know, Pokerogue. And then I wanted to have another 2 on my team. I was thinking about maybe Ditto, because, you know, they change shape, right? So Ditto gives a very gender fluid vibe. And there is a very nice episode of Pokemon where Pikachu just kind of cross-dresses with like a heart on his tail, like Ash's Pikachu. And I love that screenshot, so if I would do like a queer Pokemon team, it would be those. So, Meryl, Among Us, Sylveon, Gardevoir, Ditto, and Pikachu. Mewtwo is a trans icon. Okay, I wanna hear why Mewtwo is a trans icon. Magnemite is an agender icon, but I mean, I think that any genderless Pokemon can be an agender icon, right? Primarina, definitely. Primarina, I said that in the so we first had this is the second stream. I started streaming a little bit earlier. Then we got checked by like 4chan trolls and the stream fell, so I'm streaming again. I was telling the story about how when I was shiny hunting for all the Poplios, the 3 Poplios, I named them after drag queens because I think that's the vibe that Primarina gives me. Iron Valiant is very trans. Actually, my shiny Iron Valiant is also nicknamed they them because gender. Oh yeah, the contest Pikachu from Auras is... Are they all female? I don't know. But yeah, I think it's a fun team. Kirlia is definitely a trans vibe. I'm just quickly going through the chats. Yeah, it's not... I don't think the Azurill thing is a glitch. I think it's a feature. I think it was on purpose. Quackavau is not only queer, but it's also Brazilian queer. It's like Brazilian samba queer, so I think we got that going for us. Like, the 2 Brazilian-coded Pokemon are definitely Quackavau. And, okay, I forgot the Football Fire starter from... It just blanked on my head. The Football Fire starter from Galar. Scorbunny, Raboot, and Cinderace. Cinderace is also very Brazilian-coded. Fuecoco gives me... I don't know, hungry Pokemon vibes, like very Mexico vibes. Cinderace, yes. Oh, I did not know that. I mean, but if you think about that, in Japan at least, there are a lot of women voicing male characters. I think Pikachu, like Ash's Pikachu, is supposedly male, and it's also voiced by a woman. So I think that because of the color scheme, if we talk about soccer here, I think that Cinderace would be from a red, so probably Spain, or I mean, lore-wise, he's probably just an England player, but from the color scheme, he would play for Spain, I would say. But we have more World Cups than that, so I'm sorry. I think we have a little bit of a claim on Cinderace. Which other cat? Do you mean Sprigatito? I think Sprigatito is stoner representation for sure. I love Sprigatito though. But so the thing that I did for Scarlet and Violet is that I love Sprigatito, but I also love Fuecoco. So what I did is as soon as I began the game, I got a Fuecoco egg online, and I had 2 starters. I don't care. I love playing with multiple starters also because the starter designs are usually my favorite designs on the region, so... Carnival Incarnate, yes. Okay, so for the Mewtwo thing, I think I only watched the first movie. I'm trying to think of another one that I saw, but it was the Lucario and Mew movie. There's no Mewtwo in that. But I think Mewtwo gives off very pretty much genderless vibes too. Like it's the because Mewtwo, like both of them, right? All legendaries are genderless. But I understand your point that like maybe Mewtwo transitioned, at least did some voice training from male to female. Gato Maconha, precisely. I love that Davacena is probably working right now. He joined to save me from the trolls and it's just like lurking and listening while he works. So the Lady Gaga Pokemon is Papra. Damascena is actually a very big little monster, so I don't think you saw this Pokemon. It's kind of Lady Gaga is kind of Sia. I don't like his Patra. I didn't use it. I didn't hunt for it shiny. I caught it for the Pokédex. Like, it is a... I wouldn't say it's a boring design because it definitely stands out, but it's not my cup of tea, I guess. Like, my favorite Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet, like the ones I had on my team, were... Give me a second. I love Palafin. Palafin is amazing. I've been waiting for a dolphin Pokemon for so much, and Palafin is everything that I wanted. I also use Farigiraf because I always loved Girafarig. I use Setoto as well because it's just so cute. What else? Who else is on my team? I used the shiny Rookidee that I found like 1 hour into the game, so that was also cool. And yeah, it's Sprigatito and Fuecoco. Though that was my Scarlet and Violet team. I also love Tinkaton, and it's funny because I was looking into the Pokédex for Luminescent Platinum, and it is very funny because they have all the Pokemon up to Gen 4 and Tinkaton. Like, Tinkaton is the only Pokemon after Gen 4 that is available in the game, for some reason. But Tinkaton is great. I didn't appreciate it yet in my first playthrough, but I love Tinkaton a lot. It's Paphra's Lady Gaga one. You should Google it. Put it on Google Images. I didn't know Friend had a gender. Helioptile is so cute, and it has a very good ability too. I think it's a very useful Pokemon. So the thing about Gen 6, I love a lot of designs there. They grew on me later. When I first played, I was like, whatever. But because the game gave me so many Kanto Pokemon, my first playthrough of X and Y was very much Charizard and Snorlax and Lapras and Pikachu, and I had a Gen 1 team on Gen 6, so I'm looking forward to playing Gen 6 again and actually using Gen 6 Pokemon. So yes, right. And I also hate that the flowers don't grow on this background image. Like, it's just... It is pretty, but I think it's prettier at dusk. It's nicer to hunt at dusk. But it is a very soft glow. I kind of like it. It feels very... how do I say it? Feels very Animal Crossing. Like, this area of the game specifically feels very Animal Crossing. Okay, let me rate Beefro's starter fave. So Bulbasaur, agree. Chikorita, agree. Mudkip, I understand the love of Mudkip. I find Mudkip cute, but I think I just like Trico and Torchic better. Okay, Piplup, it's a good choice, but I'm a Turtwig gal. Snivy, I think Snivy too. And with Gen 5, I don't really love any of the starters. Froakie is a good one. I think I like Froakie more too. Rowlet. I love Rowlet so much. I love shiny Rowlet. I spent so much time hunting for shiny Rowlet in Legends Arceus. It was kind of insane. But the thing was with Alola, I like Alola very much. So in Alola 2, I used all of the free starters. So I had Rowlet, I had Blitzen, and I had the Drag Queen on my team. Scar Bunny was also my choice, but I also kind of like Grookey and Fuecoco. And I think we have aligned preferences with a few exceptions. Yes, I mean, I think that Gen 6 was trying to fix the thing that Gen 5 did, which was like not let you catch any non-Unova Pokemon. Speaking of which, I still have Lucas Damascena's Unova team on my Pokemon Home, and he needs to get a Switch sometime so I can give it back to him. I've had this team, I've been holding on to this team for probably 10 years now, ever since I met him. But... Sorry, I lost my... Yeah, so... because in Gen 5 you couldn't get any non-Gen 5 Pokemon, I think they got traumatized and like, okay, here, take the Kanto starters 5 minutes into your game. Have fun. I'm definitely... I am Grass Brain Starter Maxer too, for sure. As I said a little bit before, I'm not sure if there were many people online, but I always pick Grass starters with a few exceptions where I pick Fire starters. And I never picked a water starter in my life, which is very funny. I love Alola. I just think it's chill, it's vibes. It's a very nice game to play through. I really like the totem battles, and I think that they are as hard as they should. They feel a little bit more difficult. Do you think Meowscarada is very gender? I mean, I think every Pokemon can be a little bit gender, but I think Meowscarada gives me like a magician vibe. I'm not sure if that counts as gender, maybe it does. But I like Meowscarada for sure. Oh, okay, sorry, got it. Yes, you liked a lot of tweets of mine today, Billy. Hi. Welcome to the stream. It's not the worst Pokemon I have. They have some weird nicknames, but they are nice, okay? It's a bunch of legendaries too. I love Drag Queen Mantis, by the way. Actually, I fall in love with every Pokemon that can use Contrary because I think it's such a fun ability to have. I am a Contrary stan. Like, I love Malamar, and I also love the final evolution of Snivy, which I'm going to forget the name again. But Contrary is my favorite ability because of how wacky and fun it is. 2014 was 10 years ago, yes. That's crazy. Yeah, Meowscarada for me feels like has the vibe of like a feminine person that dressed up in a very masculine, elegant gala outfit. Does that make sense? I love spamming Leaf Storm, I love spamming Superpower. Like, Contrary is what made Inkay be one of my favorite Pokemons, actually. Oh, so Sunny Autumns is Incineroar stan here. Superior, exactly. Do I have a cool story with Shuckle? I don't know. Do I? Wait, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, no. Scarlet and Violet, everybody's gay in that game. There's not a single straight person in that game. Like, let me try to think of this. Not like the Star Team Star. The Team Star characters are like so incredibly queer. It's insane. Like the only more straight, the more straight-coded character is the player, which is not straight because it's me playing. So, how can it be, right? Oh, I didn't know that Choco had contrary. But I still don't know which story Lucas is mentioning. Okay, I'm not sure if you watched my shiny video, but I have a crazy story. Like, odds were higher, sure, never mind. But I was having a very bad day and I decided to try Dynamax Adventures for the first time in forever. And I really wanted to get a shiny Latias. And I was literally playing in the bathtub with my Nintendo Switch. And I got Latias on my first try. Like, it just showed up. I started laughing. I was a bit drunk. And, like, never before I had a legendary on a first try like this. It was insane. And Latias is one of my favorite legendaries and one of my favorite shinies too, because it's beautiful. I don't know, I think the most traumatizing loss that I have, like from 10 years ago when I was playing competitive in Nex and Maya, I think, was losing to a Volcarona. Like, losing to Henrique's Volcarona, like, molded me. Because I lost the Quiver Dance and I'm never gonna lose the Quiver Dance again. It's like, I'm traumatized by it. It's never gonna happen. Calyrex, why is that Pokemon a thing, honestly? I don't like Calyrex. Oh, the shiny Virizion is a nice one. Calyrex was not a good balance idea for sure. It's like, Mewtwo was completely forgotten after Calyrex was created. Yeah, it racks up the wins, but like, that's the thing about VGC. You just need to... There are a few Pokemons that you kind of need to use somehow, like Pelipper and Amoonguss. Like, I like Calyrex in this... I think Calyrex design is a little bit weird. Like, I know it's supposed to be weird, but maybe it could be a little bit less. I like the story, I really like the... It's not Isle of Armor, it's the Crown Tundra. But... It is just too broken. It's like Urshifu. Yeah, no, it's just like... It's because we always had this myth... I'm being a Gen Wanderer here right now, and I'm sorry for that. But we had always the mythos surrounding Mewtwo and how it was the strongest Pokemon in existence. And it's not that I wanted to be the strongest Pokemon, but I wish that the legendaries were built a little bit around kind of those stats. And I don't know, at this point I just want them to rebalance the entire game. Because, okay, Fikopi, thanks a lot. You are literally the first member of this channel, and I'm so glad. Thanks a lot. Yeah, no, this is nice. So, speaking of which, since this happened, I don't have a Patreon or any kind of funding so far. As you know, I'm a beginner at this kind of thing. But I did get monetized on YouTube a few weeks ago. So during the Dragon Ball video, I got monetized. So it's not anything great. It's just like if you want to support me a little bit and participate, I have created a small... it's a very cheap, it's more like... it's very symbolic because I don't have any great perks to give out. But I created a small membership on my channel. So if any of you want to check it out, like Fikofi just did, you are more than welcome to go there. Yes, I mean, Calyrex Shadow, Calyrex in general, I mean, it is a nice Pokemon, but it didn't need to be that nice, I guess. I never really played with Koraidon and Miraidon. Like, yeah, 0.05 cents per video. Yes, for sure. Oh, that's great to hear. I love it is kind of crazy how much love I get from Brazil. I mean, of course I do, but I was telling during the troll raid that I had, I was trying to talk about how crazy it is that I think that 5% of my viewers come from Brazil compared to 50% being from the United States, but proportionally speaking, the amount of like very nice comments I get from Brazilian people in my comments, like, oh, I didn't know you were Brazilian, like, so glad, such a nice flag. It is very nice to see. So I'm sorry for not speaking Portuguese right now, but I'm glad we can still communicate, and maybe in the future, who knows, I can dub some videos or do some stuff in Portuguese. Let's see. Well, who would win? I'm quite sure. I mean, I'm trying to think of a joke, but I can only say Pelican because Hoenn is superior. The revenue for videos when you just get monetized is pitiful, and I was actually okay, let's talk about money here. I was very optimistic because when I first got monetized, my revenue per mil or something like that, the amount of money that I would get for 1,000 views was nice, was this amount, and I was expecting like this. And then once I actually released my full video after being monetized, it like dropped more than half. So it is funny how YouTube monetization works. But it is nice. Like I cannot quit my job just yet, for sure. But I am almost getting back the investment that I made for this channel, which was buying this microphone. So if I can pay this microphone back, I'm already very happy. Thanks a lot, Mari. Thanks a lot for joining, and I'm so sorry that I mixed you up with another Mari, but I know exactly who you are, and I will definitely talk to Lucas later about you. You are also clever with competitive Pokemon. I just pressed Blizzard and I hope for the best. I'm gonna ask again if anybody knows how to put a counter on screen, because I don't. Maybe I should have Googled that before this. Press the win. It's just spam Hyper Beam. Why is Pokemon so hard? Surely the next one will be shiny, I'm positive. And this is gonna be the cut that I'm gonna put like on YouTube Shorts where I just called it. Like, look at this shiny showing up right now. Ah, come on. Like, the thing that traumatizes me the most with full odd hunts is that like I don't mind doing 4,000 resets. I really don't. But I have done so many hunts that have been like dramatically over odds. Like on Scarlet and Violet, I probably had encounters that were 8 times over odds or 10 times over odds, and outbreaks, which if it's an outbreak it's fine because then you're just taking a couple of hours and it's okay. But if I ever got extremely unlucky on a full odds hunt and I go over odds in a full odds hunt, that's my biggest nightmare. That's the worst thing that could ever happen to me. Pixelate Hyperbin, yes. Well, We all know that Sylveon is trans and all trans Pokemon are broken and they win championships. First try, you guys. Who would win? The most powerful legendary creature ever created or one wrestly cat with Intimidate, Fake Out, Parting Shot? Do you think Incineroar is a queer ally? I'm not even gonna say trans, I'm just gonna say queer. Incineroar has like Dwayne The Rock Johnson vibes to me, like WrestleMania. My brother was very into wrestling when we were kids, I never really got it. Oh, I'm not gonna click for reaching count. I need something to be automatic for me. I am too lazy to like do a click. And I want to have a nice Shaymin on the screen over here. But like, I'm doing an estimate of one encounter every 30 seconds, so we have about 1.5 hours streaming, which will give me 90, 180-ish. An Elgato Stream Deck, I think that's a hardware. I am on Streamlabs right now. There should be a... I will probably have to download something for that. I don't know. Maybe a game widget? No, this is something else. Remote wall, spin wheel. Oh, this is fun. Viewer count. Don't know. I mean, we all know that Ferrothorn is homophobic, but I think that with enough love and care from the trainer, Ferrothorn can be an ally. I think Houndoom is quite homophobic. I don't know, I get weird vibes from Houndoom. Okay. I think it would be too much computer vision if it was automatic, right? Well, I promise to do that for the next stream, actually. I don't think I want to stop now because it's just us chatting, it's fine. I am doing my mind count here. We are definitely under odds. That's what I can tell you. We are under odds. Oh yeah, no, Obstagoon loves anime. We all know that. Oh, the 1 million subs hunt's gonna be Shiny Honey, Shiny Arceus is gonna be the 6,000 subscribers hunt. It's gonna be the next one after this. Houndoom is closer to Nemo Gay. That makes I can get behind that. Mew is gay. Mew is definitely gay. I think Mew is gay and ace. And like, he does fan art of stuff. Okay, Merry Time Zone. What are you doing up at 4 AM, Sin? Welcome to the stream. Okay, so if it's 4 AM there, you're probably okay. Definitely Asia or Australia, maybe? Right? Yeah. Furo is homophobic. How do I feel about that? I think so. I think it looks very homophobic. Australia, yes. Well, get some rest, because it's a weekday, and we have stuff to do, right? Mew is a fan artist, I'm sure. Mew would be a subscriber, and he will mail me fan art. Actually, I think I saw a video at some point about Mew supposedly having lines on the Pokemon the First movie. Like, originally Mew was supposed to have lines, or there are things that he's supposed to say for the story, but he just says Mew, Mew, Mew. And actually Mew was kind of an asshole to Mewtwo. He was like saying very nasty stuff to Mewtwo, so I don't think Mew is that innocent. I wouldn't trust Drapion either. After being murdered by Drapion multiple times on Legends Arceus, I'm getting away from that. Okay, let's think. What is the best way to rework Attract? Maybe it could be... Like, could we make every single Pokemon bisexual or pansexual? Like, would that make sense? Or could it be like... It would be funny if it would be like based on the secret ID or something. Like your Pokemon could be gay or straight and you can only tell if you check the secret ID or check the Attract thing. Or make it gay, I'm also pro that. Danny DeVito Mew, like, we're probably gonna get that in the Detective Pikachu sequel. Because for me, Pikachu with Ryan Reynolds' voice is still weird. Like, I wish they... It's like the Mario movie, you know? I am so happy that I watched it dubbed in Portuguese and actually with professional voice actors instead of having to listen to Chris Pratt. Because the dubbing was actually very good and I love to watch animation dubbed. Hey, thanks a lot for the tips, Super MTG guy. Thanks a lot. Let's see if your gift will give us shiny luck for this role. Oh yeah, no, bisexual Pokemon would like competitively worse, right? Okay, the shiny work did not work for this time, but I think it's gonna be... We're gonna have like shiny luck for at least the next few minutes, so it's gonna come. It's gonna come this stream. It's gonna be my 5,000 subscribers present. Perfect IVs, Ace, be immune to Attract. And then somebody would show up with that on a tournament and Verticify would tell they are cheating. Call it Risk instead of Attract. But then Attract and Paralyze. If it was a 20, if it had a chance, if it works on everyone, then it's basically Paralyzed, right? Or Confusion. They did have gender neutral bathrooms in Scarlet and Violet. Actually, a YouTuber sent me a message today about a video they made about redesigning Pokemon to be non-binary. It was a super cute video. I forgot the name, but you should check it out. And that video was also talking about a letter that a 6-year-old kid sent to Nintendo asking them to make non-binary Pokemon as well. And it was like a cute 6-year-old letter, you know, that kind of letter. And Nintendo of America gave a formal reply and it was like the cutest thing I've seen all day. It was super nice. Would female Mr. Mime be a drag king? Yes, the answer is yes. Chris Pratt's voice while playing Jurassic World Evolution 2 grates your ears. Like, I like Guardians of the Galaxy. Even though I have opinions about Chris Pratt, I like the Guardians movie and I think he does a good job there, but we don't need to have Chris Pratt on everything. Just like Timothy, and I don't know. Okay, I just joked about Verticify. Let's not talk about Verticify on this stream. Or I could like do a very political deep dive 2-hour documentary on Verticify. I think that would be that's a thing that PokeTubers avoid talking about, but I think it fits a little bit with my content style somehow. I don't know. The forces of nature are all poly, for sure, and they bang each other. In different forms. So when one is a top and the other one is a bottom, they go from incarnate to Terran forms. So they switch. They're all switch. Oh no, but does Verlicify have stands? Yeah, it's because like I used to watch him a few years ago, like a long time ago. But after, you know, after the rabbit hole thing happened, I think that my video, my Pokerogue video has more views than his average right now, right? Owen great against Charlotte or Rio, Chris Pratt is not for sure, definitely. And let's hope not to have any Chris Pratt on Detective Pikachu 2 or in the Zelda movie. Which I kind of hate that it's gonna be live action and not animation, but maybe it works, I don't know. Yes. This channel is only has VGC experts, including me. I know everything about VGC. Honestly, the amount of comments pointing out the wrong things about VGC I got in the Among Us video is kind of funny to me. Like, I've made a few mistakes, I am aware of that. But like, there were so many people telling me, you know, Among Us is not just good because of Spore, there are many other things that make Among Us a good thing, and I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to tell a nice story here. Alan Core, you are getting surprised by a lot of news I am sharing today. You should go on social media more often. There is a confirmed Zelda, I think Miyamoto confirmed that a Zelda live-action movie is in the works, following the success of the Mario movie. Chris Pratt as Link would be my worst nightmare. As would Timothée Chalamet as Link. I think Link and Zelda should be played by Hunter Schafer. It's the only choice. Like, I didn't want. I only saw the trailer for Mario with Chris Pratt, and I think it was okay. But the dubbed version that I watched with somebody doing an actual Mario voice, like with a professional voice actor, was so good. So good. Oh yeah. Honestly, I think it would be kind of a bold move if they made Link just say, ha! Huh? I think it would be like incredible cinema, and I hope they do that. But I think have Mario, because Mario has a voice, like he has lines, he says a lot of lines like let's go and mamma mia, and like those are words. Link only grunts. So I think Link is more red coded in that way. It would be peak Kino, like the größtes Kino im allen Zeiten. I am calling here for Hunter Schafer to play Link and Zelda. That is my pitch for the Zelda movie. No, I think that Link is Transmask. I have this because he's a short king. My headcanon is that Link is a Transmask. The Legend of Zelda movie is a real thing. It came from Shigeru Miyamoto on Twitter. Quickly Google it. It is one of those Nintendo announcements that they do without any kind of, like, just randomly tweeting something out of the blue. So, I never played Fallout, and I know that makes me a little bit less trans for some reason, but I did enjoy the series. I did not finish it, but I actually, after watching the series, I was watching some H-Bomber guy videos on Fallout, and can somebody explain why Fallout is trans? Or like, I've seen a lot of jokes online about how like playing Fallout made people transition or stuff like that. Zelda is Ariana Grande. Like, but, so the thing is, I love Ariana Grande being casted in Wicked. I'm a big musical nerd too. I think she was born to play Glinda, and she loves the character so much. Like, that is one case of a star, like a singer playing a character in a musical that I really not bothered, because Glinda is Ariana Grande. Like, that's great casting. Hi Bea, welcome to the stream. Did you see that I got 5,000 subscribers now? And I am looking for the same shiny pig that... Is it a pig? What is Shaymin, by the way? The same shiny hamster I was looking for this weekend. Let's consider trends, because a lot of folks who are really into Fallout New Vegas ended up in trends. I think that's about it. I mean, yes, I think that's, you know, as I said in the previous videos of mine, yeah, trans women are nerdy. What can we do? It's... The online... I know a lot of trans... Like, mostly the straight trans women, they tend to be less nerdy, in a way. Like, but it is inevitable. We all play Pokemon, and we have plushies. Shaymin the Hedgehog. Shaymin is in the next Sonic movie. I think I'm going with hamster. I would say a hamster. Actually, once I get the shiny and I catch it, I'll check the Pokédex and we'll have an answer. But it's a flower hamster. Oh, I did not know you could get married in Fallout. Actually, it's like The Sims. Probably The Sims was probably the first to allow gay marriage, because The Sims was super gay from the start. Yes, 18,000, and I was complaining because I was expecting... Like, I know it is a great performance, but as I was saying at the beginning of the stream, before I was attacked by 4chan trolls, it was a very funny performance for that video, because in the first hours I was getting... It was insane. I posted the video and I took a nap, and it was at 800 views, and when I woke up an hour later it had 5,500. So I was getting like 5,000 views per hour, and I was like, okay, this is crazy, this video is gonna blow up. But in the past day or so, I think it's kind of stuck at like 60 views per hour. So I am very happy with the performance, but I'm trying to figure out why it slowed down so dramatically in getting the views. If you guys want to share with your friends, I think it is a very nice video. I also changed the thumb to see if the click-through rate would improve. But I like to say that this video is a political essay disguised as a gossip fan game talk. It's the gratitude Pokemon, but... Shaymin is the gratitude Pokemon, but I'm quite sure Bulbapedia will say exactly which animal it's based on. Armadillo. I really like Armadillomon. Armadillo reminds me of Armadillomon. It was a cute Digimon. Am I allowed to talk about Digimon on this channel? Of course you have friends. You have us. We're friends. But yeah, I will tell you later what happened on this stream. It was very unexpected. I felt very famous, but I was literally victim of a raid. Like, there were at least... I think it was about 20 people, because I am with 30 viewers now, and I had 50 back then, so I'm assuming the difference of 20 were all like trolls from a Discord group, and they were sending some very nasty messages. You can check it out. I killed the old stream and I created a new one, but the other one is probably still available on the channel. It was an experience I never had. Bom dia, Ogards. I don't have a lot to talk about Digimon, actually. I loved it as a kid. I really wish to get into some of the games, but none of the games like interested me that much. There was a game that was a little bit more story-driven of Digimon that I wanted to play more, but I'm not super knowledgeable about it. I watched Digimon 3, Digimon 3, I think a few years ago, and I got a little bit back into it, but I think I'm just nostalgic for Digimon Adventure. But if there is a very good Digimon game, I would love to play it too. Yes, Digimon Story Cyber's Loop. Is it the one that is a little bit like horror, or am I making it up? I wanted one where I could like get a Digimon from a very different, like, I want one that is like kind of pet Digimon. You can have battles, but I'm more interested in like story and then having my own Digimon, partner Digimon. I think Digimon Survive is the one I was talking about. Digimon is just Yu-Gi-Oh with less steps. I never really played Yu-Gi-Oh correctly. Like when I was a kid, we would just make up rules on how to play it. And I think a few years ago I downloaded an official app to play. Hey Kalika, welcome to the stream. I'm glad to hear you love the video. But I downloaded a Yu-Gi-Oh app and I learned how to play for the first time, but I think I only played it for like a month or so. But Yu-Gi-Oh is hard. It's harder than I remember. Okay, maybe I'll take a look at the DS Digimon games. Digimon World. Yeah. And I get the vibe, like... Persona is also... I'm also interested in Persona a lot. Do I know how to play TCG? In theory, I do. I also haven't had TCG cards in a very long time. I started buying booster packs this past year just because they are selling everywhere, and if I was in Amsterdam actually last year, and there was just like a machine that sold TCG cards, and I thought it was the coolest thing, so I just bought a bunch. But I don't have any. But after I got a few boosters, there were no Pokemon I was like super interested in, so I stopped buying it. But I really wanted the cute Riolu card that I've been seeing on social media all the time. The Kirlia card, like the Routes Kirlia Gardevoir set, is also something I would really like to have, but I'm not willing to spend hundreds to get a bunch of booster packs for the chance of getting those. Oh yeah, no, Braveheart, like, my major issue with like the Digimon sequels that are not Digimon Adventure is that they don't play Butterfly and they don't play Braveheart, so... And I'm sorry for the US dub folks here. So, fun thing. Let's share funny trivia, funny South American trivia. Our dub of Digimon was actually based on the Japanese version. So we had the songs, we had Butterfly, we had Braveheart. It was all just like the Japanese version. But when the Digimon movie came out, that was a dub based on the US version. So all the songs were changed and I did not know why. They were doing like rap on my Digimon film, and I'm like, why is this happening? I was so confused. Yeah, no, if I would need a month to learn the Yu-Gi-Oh meta, and like I would play it in school too, but I think my school I think Pokemon was allowed in my school, but Yu-Gi-Oh got banned because it was a devil thing. The Nintendo Store, you mean the Nintendo eShop for the Switch? These songs unify South America for sure. Down, down, down. I think I saw a very interesting video about Yu-Gi-Oh recently, which was about Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, which was a game that I played a lot on my PS1, and I never beat it. And I learned that it was because it is an extremely difficult game, and it doesn't work at all like Yu-Gi-Oh! Works. The game came out like before the rules for Yu-Gi-Oh! Were set. So the video was basically this guy saying how impossible to beat this game is. And he would try to beat it, because if you lose one duel in this PS1 game, you just have to start it all back again, and the duels are all like luck based and virtually impossible to win. So I watched that video and it was oh, I almost killed Shaymin. Though it was basically impossible to beat, and it was a very fun video of him telling us how to beat for 40 minutes. And after watching that, I started getting recommended some Yu-Gi-Oh videos, like I think I saw one about how the base Yugi deck, which was the one from when I was a kid, would fare against the current meta. And apparently it was a very solid deck, but not that good, so... But you were You are misreading my age. What I'm talking Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm talking about probably 2000s. Giratina was not a thing until 2006, so Pokemon cards were not popular in my school anymore when Giratina was a thing. So Pokemon were just cute, so that was fine. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, looking back at Yu-Gi-Oh! I think it's much more understandable why Christian people would have a problem with kids playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Than kids playing Pokemon. Okay, I probably don't play TF2 because I'm not sure which game you were talking about. What? I think the most Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon is probably Nagadanel, or one of the Ultra Beasts. The Ultra Beasts are very Yu-Gi-Oh! Coded. Is it Nagadanel, like the one that's like the wasp, the purple wasp? I think it is, right? Let me think, more Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon. I'm trying to think. Yeah, like while I was doing research for... I read a bunch of stuff from Sujimori and from for the last video, and it is very funny, like the design philosophy for when they are creating Pokemon. I think that Pokemon are very distinct from Digimon or Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters because they follow, like, what I read is that they need to be cute and approachable, but not too cute. There needs to be something a little bit weird about Pokemon. If they're too cute, they don't really work. And I think that Sujimori was talking about the design of Oshawott, that Oshawott was very cute when they drew it, but he added the dots on the cheek just to make it a little bit less cute. So it is funny, like how I don't think there are a lot of Pokemon that look like Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, because they follow very different design philosophies. Among Us is a 3000 defense point Yu-Gi-Oh! Card. I think there is a content niche where you can like redesign Pokemon to look like Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters, and I think you can definitely have like a creepier Among Us, but I don't see like Among Us as it is as a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card. The hottest Ultra Beast is Celesteela. I don't know if I have an opinion about that. So, the Digimon Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh! Character design looks like, so Yu-Gi-Oh! It comes straight from hell. Digimon, just put a gun on an animal. And Pokemon, we need to sell plushies, so make it plushable. So that's basically the design philosophy of the tree, I would summarize. Actually, that's a good point. I could actually put that on a video. That could be a part of a video script. Like, Pokemon are designed... The main design philosophy is, how do I sell a plushie out of this? That's a good point. I think Brute Bonnet could be a Yu-Gi-Oh! Design. Because, like, with the Ultra Beasts and the Paradox Pokemon, they, like, allow themselves to escape the design guidelines a little bit. So that's why I think that they look so different, right? Galate is Yugi, for sure. The most Digimon Pokemon is probably Blastoise. I think that Blastoise is the closer to a Pokemon with guns that we have, for sure. Yes. The Flying Rabbit Digimon that digivolved into double... Okay, that is Tsurumon. It starts with a T. But that's a very Pokemon-coded Digimon. That looks like a Pokemon. I was with a friend. It's the friend that's featured in my video, the filming that I make in the Kawaii store, and she was just shit-talking Digimon, and we made a short video where there were a lot of Digimon statues, and we were going to send that to Lucas to say and she was just basically saying, yeah, look at the Digimon, they are all ugly, and right next to all of the Digimon there was a Lucario, and I pointed at the Lucario and said, do you think he's ugly too? And she said, yes, I do. And I'm like, but that's a Pokemon. And she's like, doesn't matter. So that's her favorite Pokemon is Oshawott, and she hates the Lucario design. So that's what the casuals think of the Pokemon designs, I guess. There is not a gun Pokemon, but there is the game Pokemon Gun, so it's the edition 3 of Pokemon Sword and Shield. Armor Rouge is very Mega Man coded, so that's also very funny to me, in a way. Like how much Mega Man coded Armor Rouge and Silver Edge are. Octillery looks a lot like the Octoroks. Like, it reminds me a lot of the Zelda Octoroks. Iron Moth is very Yu-Gi-Oh! I think most of the Paradox Pokemon, except for, I don't know, like, Jigglypuff, are definitely Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon redesigns. Yeah, but that's the Gigantamax form, because I think Inteleon is supposed to be a spy or like a James Bond-esque Pokemon or something like that. It's so Mega Man Battle Network, and when I was a kid I had the pet. Mine wouldn't work very well, so I would just ask my dad to be shaking it for hours until I could fight a virus. It was fun. Where's this shiny, everyone? Full odds is very tiring. Oh yeah, no, like the Gen 2 designs, and I really like the Gen 2 designs. I think there's... Let me think, I don't think there is any Gen 2 Pokemon I don't like the design of. Like... Let me think. Like Skarmory, it's okay, but I don't dislike it. But you have a lot of amazing designs in Gen 2. I think it's like... design Pokemon. I like probably the Johto. I am very partial about Gen 2. I'm sorry, but I understand all the critics to the Gen 2 games. I understand that there are too little Johto Pokemon in Johto, and the level curve is weird, but I think the Johto Pokédex is probably my favorite. I saw the last Life is Strange game I played. I think it was True Colors. Is that the one you're talking about? Probably not. So my thoughts on stuffed Pokemon like Klefki. I'm okay with them. Like, I think that it's an easy thing to be mad about, but I don't think it's a bad design in any way. There are some stuffed Pokemon that I really love, like, I am having so many memory lapses here. Like the Pokemon that is basically the Hawaiian flower color that I'm gonna remember the name right now. I did had a pet, yes, but mine didn't work. All of my friends had them, and all of their pets worked. Mine didn't work. Comfey. I consider Comfey as a thing Pokemon, but it is one of my favorite. I love that design. I think it's a cute Pokemon. I have like 2 shiny Comfeys. Life is Strange True Colors mentioned. This is a queer stream. How did you know? And I mean, Magnemite is peak Pokemon design too, so... And that's a Think Pokemon, but they are never gonna complain about Magnemite because it's a Gen 1 Pokemon, so... Double Exposure, I will definitely check the trailer for that after the stream. Sounds cool. But like, doesn't the first Life is Strange end up with like a very cataclysmic event or something like that? Sorry, I just might have spoiled the game, but I really don't know. I think, like, if God hates gay people, why do we keep winning, right? Meganium, I love Meganium, but somehow I think I prefer Bayleaf to Meganium. Maybe it's the anime effect on me, but I think that Chikorita is perfect. Meganium retains some of that perfection, but yeah, I mean, I'm joking. Let's not talk about I mean, we could talk about the situation of politics worldwide with the EU elections that happened yesterday, and I'm completely... I'm not gonna say shocked, but I'm concerned. But do we want to get into that, or do you want to talk about Pokemon? Yeah, so I don't remember the first Life is Strange that much, but I know that what happens with the characters is pretty much based on your choices. So they will probably have to reset any character development that your choices made for if they bring Max back, right? I mean, I wouldn't call Horsey a gun Pokemon, it's just like... It's just what seahorses do, right? They are a mab and they get pregnant and they throw ink in the water or something like that. Clauncher is pretty much more... Sin, it's 4 AM, what are you doing awake? Go to bed. Wouldn't you play if you had a romanceable trans character? Wouldn't you play it? Are you sure? I wanted to have a live reaction and say, hey, shiny Shaymin! Wow! Can I just game shark this? Welcome back, Lucas. I was talking about you right now. I was talking about... Oh yeah, we are talking about Digimon. Do you have anything to say about Digimon designs? Lucas is the sole reason this stream is happening because he saved me from weird 4chan trolls that showed up a bit earlier. Like, I would have stopped the stream to ban them all, and I just messaged him like, hey, can you mod for me? I don't have a mod. And he showed up. I mean, I could try RNG manipulation, right? Because I already have the game on my screen. And on my computer. Should I? No, that's gonna be boring. That's not content. You're here for content. We're here to talk. You're not here to see me put up RNG manipulation software on my computer. Like, and I'm not sure if it was for Chan, like, I think the best fury is that I get a few transphobic comments sometimes, as you may assume, and I mute them all, so if they comment something again, I will never see them again. So, I am not sure if somebody's, like, targeting my channel and leaving a bunch of comments because they just don't show up, but I'm assuming that somebody that hates me somehow saw that I was live streaming and sent the link in a Discord chat, and like 20 terrible people with like alternate accounts just came here and started writing slurs and pretending to dox people and stuff like that. So, so Lucas Damascena is, what would I call a nag? I don't know. There's something to come out there. I'm not sure what, but he might have a furry crush on Wargarurumon, and that's something that is forever in my chat now, and on the video here. So that's nice. I will steal Shiny Catherine's video of Shiny Shaymin, and I'll just put my face on top. Like, you know what sucks? Like, my beret, like my character's beret, has the same color as Shiny Shaymin. So it always, like, when I'm not paying attention, I'm like, oh, is the icon shiny now? Yeah, I mean, 4chan is something you should not touch. I did go down for 4chan in one of my videos. It is also a very nice video, and it's from a while ago, so I'm not sure if you all watched it. But I made a very nice video about trans stuff, which I personally think it's a nice video. It's called How to Pass as a Woman According to Reddit. And it's basically about my story with coming out and transitioning and worrying about passing in a very online environment, and my relationship with the TTTT subreddit, and some trans people that I met online and talked to, and their insecurities. And for that video I kind of went down to explain a bit of what that culture is, and I eventually had to go to 4chan for some examples, but it's just a couple of it's just one post that I took and shared, just to exemplify what I was talking about. I think it's a nice video. You should... It is a scary place, you should not go there. I went there for science only. So yeah, if I were to RNG manipulate it, so the thing is, what I assume is that every time I'm running away from Shaymin, the game goes to a random seed, or probably not, it just continues the previous seed. So there are the seeds things, and they are random, and when I press to talk Shaymin, when the seed is shiny, that's when I get the shiny, right? There's a randomizer number running in the background, and if I press just at the right time, I get a shiny. And I never know when is the right time, so I just need to do it again and again and again until I get it right. With an RNG manipulation, I can find out in which seed I am, and find out which one is the shiny seed, and I will know exactly when to press it. And I'll still have to do it a couple of times because the seeds are like counted to the millisecond, so I might get it wrong, or down to the frame probably. So I could still get it wrong, but it's kind of, it tells you, because yeah, the shiny in Pokemon, it's a moment in time, and RNG manipulation tells you when that moment is. Reddit is okay, it's just this video that I made was about a very specific subreddit for trans people that has a very 4chan kind of mindset. It's like, it's the more family-friendly version of 4chan because it's on Reddit. Oh no, I think that Damascena also had his 4chan years when... I don't judge, like... I think that... You can grow up a little bit edgy and you can go to a few websites, mostly when you're very nerdy or very introverted, like... That's where you find community, and it's normal when you're like 14 or 15, like, to end up in weird places when you kind of don't know the internet that well. But it is important to grow out of it too, it's very important. 4chan is definitely old internet vibes. It's like 20 years ago. It's probably from the very early 2000s, I would assume, or even the 90s. I think it's from the 90s, and I think I said that in the video. I am so hyped for The Legend of Ruby Sunday. I have been reading so many wacky theories. We're talking about Doctor Who, sorry. So many wacky theories have reached me, and but the thing about this season is that I kind of miss. We had a lot of Doctor Light episodes, and I really just want to see Ruby and the Doctor doing stuff. And that's looks like it's gonna be it. And okay, no, fun story. Okay, this is gonna be I was in a festival 2 weeks ago, or last week, 2 weeks ago, and I was in a concert or something, and I looked at this girl right next to me, and I'm like, maybe I recognize her. And I was looking at it for a while, and then my friend was like, she kind of looks like the girl from Heartstopper, which is, it was Yasmin Finney who plays Rose on Doctor Who, and like she was just there, and I like just, are you Yasmin? And she was like, yes, and I'm like, oh my god, I love you in Doctor Who so much. And she's gonna be in this episode, and I'm very happy about that. She's the first openly trans actress to have a role in Doctor Who, and I ran into her, and I talk about her in my Doctor Who video, and she was just there in front of me, and I talked to her very briefly, but I was a bit starstruck. It was very nice to meet her. So I will quote Damasceno now that said that 4chan is a tasty trap for teenagers who like to say they're different and edgy, and yeah, but it was not the best moment. It's usually not. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. We never really talked about that, honestly. Which one was Sleep No? Which one is Sleep No More? Is that a 12th Doctor? Which one is Sleep No More? But yeah, I actually met 2 celebrities on that festival. I met Yasmin Finney, and I'm not sure if you know him from YouTube, but Anthony Fantano, like internet's busiest music nerd, was just walking by. And this one I recognized immediately, and my friend just kind of pushed me to take a selfie with him, so I did. But he didn't look very... he didn't want to chat that much. I even tried to talk a bit, but he just took a photo and left. Oh, I didn't... No, wait. The Capaldi episode in Series 9. Okay. I don't think I remember that one. Series... Okay, so... Series 9 is the second series with Clara. I don't remember which episode is Sleep No More. Doctor Who is very long. I didn't tell you. No, I didn't. It's because I only had the photo with Anthony Fantano, so that's the only one I posted. But yes, I just randomly met Yasmin Finney. She was just there. Wait. Let me show you. So there are about 40 seasons of Doctor Who, but you only need to watch 13. It's a long story. Give me a second, and I'll tell you. So where is Yasmin? I need to show this now. This is not it. It's probably... where is it? Okay, here. So yeah, this is just like... I'm not sure if you can see it very well, but this is just Yasmin Finney casually chilling very close to me. Yeah, I hope you can see it. I'm sorry for my webcam. But tell me about the Know Your Meme community. I thought it was... I only know it as a wiki, honestly. I didn't know you... Like, in 2014 I was in 9gag, so that was kind of it. I don't have a Discord server. Do you think I should? Like, I have 10 videos. This is my first stream with more than 4 people in it. Like, but I would be more than happy to start building a community. I was thinking maybe a Telegram chat could also be a nice idea for us to come together. and talk about stuff, but I don't have like, I have my private Discord, but I don't have a server for this little channel. But if that's something you'd be interested in, please do let me know. Are the vibes immaculate on Tumblr now? When I was a teenager, it was mostly like, you know, it was very bad vibes and like girls being depressed over very unattainable beauty standards and stuff like that. So, and a lot of porn and a lot of fanfics. But Tumblr was a moment for sure. Okay, I will think about that. Thanks for suggesting. Okay, I would just go. I was talking a lot. I'm just gonna go quickly back through the chat. Okay, the found footage episode. I remember this one. Okay, after the Zygon two-parter before. No, that's not when the Doctor goes blind. The Doctor goes blind in the pyramid at the end of the world, I think. I remember which one it is now. Doctor Who. So the thing with Doctor Who is. Sorry, so sorry. The thing with Doctor Who is they have like this recast written into the plot that every time the Doctor is mortally wounded, they regenerate their entire bodies and basically a new actor jumps in. And there are a few points that are kind of soft resets, but it's all just one continuity. Like, they don't respect the continuity that much, but it's all one continuity. I really recommend starting with the 9th Doctor in 2005 because that was the biggest reboot the series had. It is also nice to start with Matt Smith at season 5 if you're interested. You'd be skipping some very good Doctor Who if you did, but if you just want to catch up, that's also a starting point. The 3rd season of Capaldi is also a good starting point. The 1st season of Jodie is a starting point, but I would not do that because if you only... Like, I love Jodie, and I know there are a lot of fans of the Chibnall era of Doctor Who, but if you start with Jodie, it's not my favorite, really. Like, the writing is just not representative of what Doctor Who is for me. And now this latest season on Disney Plus is also... I'm not sure if it's that great of a jumping point, but it is definitely a jumping point, so you can start with that. Okay, sorry. Back to the chat. Discord server will be awesome. Okay, that's cool. Multiple jumping in points, yes. Okay, I will definitely look into creating a small community. I will be, like, I really wanted to have a video done in the next 2 weeks. I have some scripts that I want to work on, but I will be traveling next week, so I don't think I will have a lot of time. So probably, I don't think I can have an... I really wanted... I think I only can have another video for this month, and it's probably only because of Pride, really, because it's gonna be a bit rushed. But for July, I think I'm gonna have a bigger output, but it could be nice for us to socialize. I will look into creating a server, and I'll post it on the community tab. Tumblr was fine, Telegram is really cool. Yes, I think it's cool too. So they're like the Avatar, where it's technically the same being throughout. Not really. So with Avatar, it's like the Avatar dies and then a new Avatar is born. With the Doctor, they just change their face and it's kind of like the same person from 5 minutes ago. Tumblr's pretty chill now. Twitter, oh yeah, yeah. I am on Twitter just for habit. I really want to get out, but I can't for some reason. Otherwise, I'm just gonna lose touch with a lot of people, I guess. Okay. I also don't use Discord that often, but I would do more, of course, if we had a little channel there. But I would need some volunteers to moderate, because I don't know how to do that. Best President is not share private information people don't know very well. Yes, I don't know what you're talking about here. Small Discord, me taking notes. Christopher Alkson is your favorite. Alkson is amazing. Series 1 episode Rose. Yes, those are... Thanks for listing the starting points. My time zone is Central European time. It is 8 p.m. here. Almost 9. Actually, I think I'll be finishing up the live stream soon because I need to eat and shower and I'll go to the office tomorrow, so I cannot stay very long. But I'm staying for a bit longer, but I'm very happy that you all joined. This has been super fun. Yes, Twitter is on fire in a burning down kind of way, and that's why we all hate Elon Musk. Not only because of that, but that's one of the reasons. Oh yes, yes. Thanks for sharing. I will take a look in a second. Okay. Oh yeah, Gothic Rift. Yes, I saw your message. Where could you send? You don't have Twitter. Let me think. You could send a WeTransfer file, maybe? Have you ever used WeTransfer? You can generate a link and you can leave it on a comment, probably. I don't know if YouTube lets links. Or you could, let me think. Or I can just message you on Discord if you want to add me on Discord. America, yes, I know that most of you are from the United States, and like there are lots of time zones in the United States, so it is that's why it's good for me to stream at night, because I know it's a little bit earlier for everyone there, so oh yeah, no, sis is a slur, but we can speak slurs here because this is a free speech channel, as I have been very well educated in my latest community post. Argentina, yes. Nice to have you here. Okay, I will probably look into getting a Cecily's Discord channel just for us. We can have a few nice chat rooms and go from there. Elon Musk finds it offensive because his trans daughter won't talk to him, so that's probably it. It is so crazy that it's almost 9 PM and I didn't even turn my light yet. I'm just using natural light still. It's so funny how many trans people are around Elon Musk, like, for some reason, like, his daughter and his ex hooks up with one, like, it is... I think it's karma, right? Okay, so after 2 hours, if I'm counting 30 seconds per reset, I think we should be at about 110. 300 encounters or so, very much below odds, and very much expected that the Shaymin will not shine. Elon Musk is a very divorced man. He's the most divorced it can be. And that's the good thing about being a billionaire, because if you divorce, you're still a billionaire, right? You can lose half of everything you have, you're still a billionaire. Okay, give me some tips. Which kind of verification should I use? And then I think it's good to start building up a Discord community, because I do want to give some nice perks to people who choose to be members. And I know I have literally 1 member right now, but maybe for the future, having a Discord server, we could have like also special rooms and that. I've seen people doing that before, so I don't know, I'm just thinking of... Because I really don't know what to give out as perks. I want to design some custom emotes maybe, when I have time. But yes, I'm still thinking of what I could offer. But don't you think trolls can verify the phone fairly easily? I think Kenny's problems are a little bit more than just being divorced. I think he has some Some very difficult stuff going on. Hey Jakomsky, thanks a lot for the comment. This is nice to hear. I'm also happy to be doing them. It is very funny because I've been thinking about doing YouTube for years, like decades. The first video, you can see this channel is very old, and I have like this very funny video from 8 years ago that got 20,000 views and I never deleted. But I tried to do a vlog when I was 12 or so. Like, I have been flirting with the idea of doing stuff for YouTube for a very long time, but I was always very scared of it flopping or it being like just not good. And I'm just so surprisingly positively surprised, and I'm so glad that I actually did it, because I have been working with social media for a very long time. I have been working with media creation, with graphic design, with video making, so I did have all the skills that I needed. And then I was having a weird moment at work and I really needed a creative output. So I'm like, okay, I don't care, I'm gonna make a video. And I made the Legends ZA video and it got, I think, 600 views. And I'm like, okay, that's fairly good, I'm gonna keep going. And I kept doing Pokemon videos. And after that, somebody was a transphobe to me, so I made my first trans video, which got like 5,000 views. And that was kind of a hit, I guess, compared to my other videos that had less than 1,000. So, okay, now I should talk about gender. So I made some more videos on gender that got like 3,000 views, 2,000 views and stuff. And then I decided to put both of them together. So I made a video about gender and about Pokemon, and then boom, 60,000 views. So I am very happy with how, and now I think I am just destined to talk about Pokemon and to talk about gender forever. But although there are some other, I might do some videos only on gender and not on Pokemon in the future. I have some things I would like to explore. I'm definitely not feeling stuck or anything yet. But my point being, I am happy that I just did it, and I don't know why I didn't do it before, because I could have just as well have started this channel during the pandemic. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking of what I can do, maybe. I think that on my Twitter account, because if I post publicly on the community, a lot of people see that. If I post it on my Twitter account, then I only have like 100 followers, so I think posting the link to the Discord there can kind of filter out the trolls a little bit. But... oh, you're starting hormones on Wednesday! Congratulations! This is so nice! Yes, oh, I do remember, like, I started hormones in 2020, and I think I got the prescription. It was like like a month between my first consultation and when I got the prescription, and I was so anxious for it. And it is something so silly, like at some point it just becomes part of your routine. It's like skincare for me. I just don't even remember that I'm having hormones, but it is a nice thing. So for you people who don't use Twitter, just quickly check my account. Once I create a Discord channel, which is probably gonna be tomorrow because I need to have dinner now, I will post there. So keep an eye, put an alarm, remember to check, because I will try to put a link to the Discord tomorrow. Yes, Trans Ally Wolf Click. I think that I'm not gonna lie here. I'm quite sure that one of the main reasons that video was a success is because I had Wolfie on the title and on the thumbnail. So maybe it was a little bit of a, I wouldn't call it a clickbait, but I was kind of like stepping on the shoulders of giants somehow. So it was just smart marketing. So I capitalized on his 1 million followers, and that's how I got a bunch of views. But I think it was a nice story talk. I was thinking a lot about if I should do it without his authorization or not, because I know he likes to do videos about his tournaments, and I didn't want to do a video about something that was his instead of him. But also, like, this was something that was so public, and it was on YouTube's public channel, so... And I think that if he tells the story of that championship, he will tell it in a very much different way. I'm not even sure if he will mention the transgender drama that happened afterwards. Maybe he will maybe just quickly reference it, but I don't see Wolfie doing a detailed deep down on Neil Patel writing transphobic messages for his championship video. Yes, I invoke both click. Yeah, I need a mod channel because I definitely do. Lucas was a lifesaver here. This stream would have ended like 2 hours ago if not for him. But he was a lifesaver and I do need more mods, so hit me up. Messing with videos since 2007, been at it for a long time. Mario Hack, oh, Mario Hack videos sound fun, actually. Camcorder Let's Play. Yes, that sounds cool. You want to upload Pokemon piano covers? I mean, I don't think there is any chance that, like, from being completely honest, I think that there is something that it is a difficult niche, because I would assume that there are quite a few piano covers on YouTube, so I think it would be a little bit difficult to stand out. But that being said, I don't think anybody would hate it. Like, it's a good content. Like, it's nice to see cover. Pokemon music is great. Piano is great. Like, there's no way that a piano Pokemon cover could be bad. It just might be a little bit difficult. I'm not sure how many views you would get because there are quite a few on YouTube already. But I'm quite sure that if you just want to share it with the world and you're not planning on anything long term, then go ahead. I give you my full encouragement. During the pandemic, I was in a very small room. I did some Twitch streamings actually. But I'm more of a YouTuber gal than a streaming gal. Like, I like to sit down, write a script, talk to a camera. Like, if my videos were like this all the time, like, this is fun, but this is not why I'm doing it, you know? Like, it's nice to talk to you guys. I love reading the comments, and this has been super fun. I never did this before in my life. So this is great, but this is not the reason why I did it, I guess. I hope I get my shiny soon too. I've been getting more and more patient to stop Reset recently, but I also don't have the patience. I don't think I'm gonna get the shiny, and I think I'm gonna give up before. That's allowed. Yeah, it is allowed to use Wolfies. Among Us is no longer a Brute Bonnet, on the other hand, yes. Not gonna lie, a video discussing Life is Strange. Go ahead. I think that I think that's something else. I've been reading a lot of NewTubers. Like, it's a subreddit called NewTubers, where people who have very young channels, they share experiences. And I've been looking at a lot of new channels today. I think that if you are doing video essay, one advice that I would have is that usually if you show your face, it is a better... you get more views, naturally. Like, it is more difficult to engage people in videos that are just voiceover than if you actually do some recordings. It's easier to edit because you don't need as much B-roll, but if you use your face, it is also easier to create a connection, like what we are doing here. So that's what my advice would be. I know some people have like some difficulties with that, but I think it's fine. I think you should go for it. I mean, what do I know? I have 5,000 followers, but still. Okay, so yes, the politics in video games. So this one is probably... it's the newest one, so I assume that I also got a lot of new subscribers from that, but for sure, I'm not sure if this one will perform as good as the Wolfie did. Among Us is an icon. I'm glad Among Us saw the error in their ways. I don't think Among Us was ever sus, was it? Ferrothorn is beyond so... I mean, Wolfie can always win another tournament with Ferrothorn, right? We never... It can be like a full... like... redemption arc. We can fix Ferrothorn, yes. Yes, like, I think that bigger YouTubers... at one point you just don't need to do anything anymore. Like, I really like Shiny Catherine's approach to it, because even though she doesn't show her face, she has a very vivid character that you relate to. Like, it's her Pokemon, like, doll or avatar, so it's very expressive, and the way she adds it gives a lot of personality to it, so I think that's a good solution. But yeah, bigger YouTubers, sometimes they don't really need that. Yeah, I'm gonna find a way to put Wolfie Glick on all of my titles and thumbnails, just for the clout. I will finish stream soon, Damascena, because I need to have dinner and it's already getting late. I will do probably like 10 more resets, and I'll start saying goodbye now. But thanks a lot for modding, thanks a lot for saving my stream, and I'll let you know when I need you again, okay? I grew throughout the years to be fine with having my face around, and now it makes me cringe at how I used to look at my old videos. I will check your videos later. I didn't see your channel. I'm curious, but I think it is. I think it is a very interesting subject to talk about in a video. Does the new Doctor Who series have the world champ difference? I'll do a review of the final episode. Can the Doctor beat Incineroar in a fight? I don't know if I don't know how often do I want to stream. I don't know if I want to have a very tight schedule. I think it could be more of a spontaneous thing. Like, I decided to do the stream today, I was not gonna do it. But I think if it's a bigger thing, like when I do my Pokemon Luminescent run, I might post in the community tab with some advance time, like a few days in advance. But I think I can... I think I will have a lot of spontaneous streams like this, but I don't think I will be settling on a calendar just yet. Just because my life is very busy at the moment. I'm going to move apartments soon. I have a whole visa situation going on, so it gets hard for me to schedule, but there will be more streams. Stay tuned. Hi Lou, welcome. I'm finishing the stream soon, but I'm happy that you joined. I read your comments all the time. You have a very identifiable avatar. I saw that you commented a lot. So yeah, thanks for joining, and thanks for engaging so much. Yeah, but the Doctor does not have attack. The Doctor only uses special attack. So the Doctor is definitely a special attacker. I don't think Intimidate would do anything on them. What would the Doctor's team composition look like? So I think Spacey Wacy Pokemon, like the Meteor Pokemon. Wait, give me a second. Meteor, obviously. Meteor, and like LGM, like the alien-looking Pokemon from Unova. Who else? Deoxys, maybe? Like Pokemon that look like aliens. And like very British Pokemon, like Galarian Weezing, probably. Clefairy for sure, yes. But that's nice. That's very nice to read. I will. Once we have the Discord channel, feel free to share your essays there. I think it's gonna be fun. Guys, I'm gonna do a final reset, and then we're gonna get Shiny Shaymin, and then we're gonna close the stream. But this was super fun. As I said, I never had just a chatting stream like this before. I never had enough viewers. So it was a very nice experience to just sit down for a couple of hours and talk to you all. I was very happy to talk a little bit more about the videos. I think I was very happy to share a little bit more of my process and my lives and my plans with you guys. And I think that we have a call to action already, which is for me to create a nice community for us to talk more, and we can discuss a little bit about future videos as well. That is fun. I'm waiting on that fan art. I will post. I will find a way to get in touch with you. And I think that's it. I will go for this last encounter. It's gonna be shiny, and then that's it for tonight. But thanks a lot for joining. I'm very happy with the amount of subscribers. Go check more videos. I have some fun ones. If you're interested about Doctor Who, go watch Doctor Who. And yes. Are you ready for a shiny? Are you ready for a shiny? Um, that would have been such an amazing reaction shot. I'll do that for every single encounter in the next stream. I would say exactly that. And then I'm gonna have that amazing reaction shot. But thanks a lot for joining, everybody. This was super fun. I will definitely do more in the future. Probably, I will be traveling next week, so it's gonna be a bit hard, but once I'm back, then for sure. Thanks a lot for joining. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. I was here. Shiny Shaymin, guys. Hi. Hi. Oh my god. Yo.